Friday, we're about to go into a weekend where I assume Catherine's going to do half the amount of work that she's done for the rest of the season, but we're going to make her work for the full session now. You're on No Dribble, strap in. And welcome to No Dribble, the podcast where we talk about Catherine's workload, we talk about netball, we talk about so much more. My name's Carolyn Swindell.
My name is Kath Cox.
Hello.
My name is Liz Ellis. Hi.
Hello. Are you getting tired towards the end of the season? Your voice broke a little just before.
I'm very emotional.
Are you?
Sitting next to you, yes,
Okay.
leading into this weekend. Look, it makes me sad when we get to the end of the regular season because then you get 2 games of netball, then you get 2 games of netball, then you get one game of netball. No, in fact, you get 2 games of netball, you get 1 game of netball, right?
Yeah.
So
2-1-1.
But they're on the same day. It would have been better to spread them out, right?
yeah, it would have been better to spread them out because then people could go to both.
Yeah. Now, well, that's true
You
too.
could do an Adelaide-Perth
You could.
weekend. Look, just as well, there's only 2 games of netball this weekend because send me thoughts and strength, please. I will be hosting a 13th birthday party for 18 young women.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What does
don't
that
you have the
look
rule?
like?
Sorry, don't you have the rule that you have as many friends as your age?
Oh, that's a good rule. Why didn't you tell me that beforehand?
Well, because
Bloody hell.
I didn't tell you that because I didn't know you're having a 13th birthday party because I thought that I had given you the great idea of mine, which is my kids only get a birthday party every 5 years. So what on earth are you doing having a 13th birthday party? My kids get 5, 10, 15. This is the party year. They're both so excited.
Oh, you didn't plan that well, did you?
No, I did. Oh, well, I know. I should have thought of that when I was making Austin. But anyhow, I wasn't thinking about birthday parties, frankly. But well, I don't mind it because Austin's in April, so he's had his, and then Evelyn's in September. So there's a bit of time, and then we're done for 4 years.
Yeah, good thinking. All right, so what's the plan with that many 13-year-olds?
Well, this is the beauty of owning a gym. So we own a CrossFit gym, and so we will be down there. That's just basically an indestructible box full of things. So we've got, ropes and rings that they can swing from. We'll have a lot of games and stuff, and then we'll do a sausage sizzle, and then we'll say, go away.
It's not in the house, clever.
No, not in the house.
No, that's good. How's your insurances?
Good. Yep.
Okay,
yeah. We are insured up to the hilt in this household
about
with several businesses and
dumbbells dropped on feet and things like that?
I'm just thinking about 13-year-olds probably not thinking through consequences particularly well.
Well, we have done parties there before, so, not our
fine.
first rodeo, although we have never done a rodeo there, to be fair. So maybe it would be our first rodeo were we to run a rodeo.
I know this is controversial. Well, I went to a rodeo. I know it's controversial because there are people who don't like them, and I acknowledge that. But there was a rodeo a few years ago out at Kyogle, which is not far from where I live. And I took the kids out and they were all excited until the first rider got bucked into a pole and the first of the line of ambulances pulled up and got the rider and took him off. And then there was like 3 or 4 ambulances in a line the whole night and every time someone got hurt. And I was like, maybe this was a bit graphic to bring my children to. It never occurred to me.
Little kids. Yes. I've been to a number of rodeos. The first rodeo I went to was the Catherine Rodeo, which up in the Northern Territory.
And did you walk in and say, hello, this is my first rodeo? Because that would be
this was back in the 90s when people didn't go around professing how many rodeos they had been to. They kept that private to themselves. Now, in 2026, it's like everyone thinks everyone needs to know my business about how many rodeos I've been to.
No, but I
You
think
just missed such a good opportunity there. I'm gobsmacked.
I'm just laughing. I've been to a few Catherine rodeos.
That's what I thought would be the first thing out of your mouth.
Yeah, it was the second and when it hit me, I was laughing so hard I could have stopped. Oh my God, there's been some rodeo clowns at those.
I just popped a rib.
More than 8 seconds.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
You're a good sport, Catherine.
I am a good sport.
Yeah.
I know. I've hurt myself, though.
You actually have.
I've popped a rib for real. Okay. Oh, dear.
Do you
Liz
go
Ellis
the
is losing her
Broncos?
touch.
Do you go the Bulls? I know. I didn't. Yeah, anywho. There was too many lines in there. Got confused.
So,
Oh, dear.
Catherine with a C. We're not
Yes.
talking about the Catherine Rodeo anymore. Catherine
Yes.
in the Northern Territory, spelt with a K. How many rodeos have you been to?
I have not.
Okay.
But I want to do a legit in Texas one as my first one.
Why is that legit?
Well, like real
Go to the
cowboys.
Canambal Rodeo. That is sensational. Go to any. Well, I know, Liz, as you say, there are people who don't like them, and for quite valid reasons.
Yes.
But they're awesome.
Yeah.
They really.
They're a good
Well, I've
night.
watched enough Yellowstone and now into Dutton Ranch in a big way that I would love to go to a rodeo.
What about that thing you sent us with all the cowboys?
Oh, yes. Catherine, just so you know,
That's not what they look like.
that doesn't
No.
exist at the
They don't all
rodeo.
have their shirts open. Oh,
with
damn
six
it.
packs. I mean, anyhow, I reckon you should go to a country rodeo. Like it's, you should go. It's fun. And there's an Australian Professional Bull Riders Association. You just go to the website, tell you where to go.
Oh, okay. I'll jump right on that.
There we go. That's
Yep.
another No Dribble Recommends for us. So, anyway, Liz, how many rodeos have you been to?
Oh, I don't know, a couple, not including Catherine. How about you?
Anyway, so it's just for you that it is your first rodeo, Catherine. But we look forward to.
How did we even get onto this topic?
Because we were talking about my daughter's birthday party, and
I just thought her
Liz-
first rodeo.
What is wrong with us?
No, Liz very responsibly raised the risk assessment part of the party. You're getting middle age when that's what you think of, isn't it?
Yep.
That it's like, what's the insurance coverage for this event that we're doing?
But don't you love how quickly she snaps back into Liz Ellis?
Yes,
though? It goes from
I
risk
do love
assessment
that.
to talking about cowboys. Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
We should take a little break and then come back and talk a bit about. Did you know there's like some netball on this weekend? Some finals are
so
happening.
fun.
Let's take a break. Okie dokie. So for 4 teams, the season is done. For all of Queensland, for all of New South Wales, netball, super netball is done for the year. That's okay. There's heaps more to come. We've got club netball, association netball, we've got Commonwealth Games coming up. But before all of that, we have the Suncorp Super Netball Finals Series. And what's this weekend called? Is it the preliminary finals?
This is the semi-finals.
The semi-finals.
So the minor semi-final and the major semi-final.
Yeah.
And then next week will be the prelim final.
Aren't they really the quarterfinals and the semi-finals? I don't understand why we use this language.
They're not quarterfinals. Are the quarterfinals when there's 4 games? 8 teams?
I thought it
4
was
games?
you kind of. I thought it was about stepping closer to the final. I thought it was as a subset of the final. But I just
Because quarter indicates 4,
yeah.
does it not?
But semi
I've always called it
indicates
the
semi indicates the
preliminary.
week before the grand final. I know you have. I'm just saying we all do, but I don't really understand why we don't use the language that other sports use.
because we're different.
Okay.
We're awesome. And here we
Yeah.
are at the minor and the major semi-final.
All right. We're at the minor and the major semi-final. So which is played first, Catherine?
It is the major semi-final in Adelaide, which I will be doing.
Really? That's
Yes,
exciting.
that
Fruit
is
chocks
exciting.
for you.
Fruit chocks for me. That's even more exciting. I didn't think about that. There's white chocolate and pineapple ones now. I digress.
Can
And
you please bring me back a packet of the white chocolate and pineapple ones?
yeah,
Thank you.
I know people. I'll get on
Not
to that.
me. I hate white chocolate.
It's not actually chocolate, white
No,
chocolate.
exactly. It's not chocolate at all. It's got no
Don't
cocoa
tell me
in it.
that.
Well, I don't know
Sure.
what it
White
is, but
chocolate.
there's some. Well, you can still like it, but it's not chocolate. It's like a.
Now, let me scare you. Is there something scary in it? If there is, don't tell me. So let
know.
me tell you another story. I bought some musk sticks.
Oh, geez,
The
I
other
made
day-
myself sick on
Were
those.
they
when I was 12.
organic?
No, well, Harper was reading the ingredients on the back of it. It's got a beef flavouring. She's like, Mum, beef? And I was like, oh, God, really? I had it half in my mouth at the time, to which I spat it out.
Is that a
musk
gelatin?
stick. A beef
must-
gelatin.
Gelatin, yeah. So that's
more
not
from the
common,
bone
not
marrow
uncommon,
than
right?
flavouring. No.
Yeah, no, clearly, but gross. Anyway, yes, I'll get onto that. And then the minor semi-final is in Perth
Yep.
straight after. So how
So
good's a Sunday if you've got nothing on? Well, even
Yeah.
if you do have something on, cancel it immediately.
Yeah.
and sit in front of your telly with your favourite beverage and some snacks and you're not moving for 4 hours.
I was so torn on the weekend as to whether to go to the game or not because I had gigs Friday and Saturday night. So, and that does take a lot out of me. And so didn't know whether to go. And then, of course, it started pissing down as we were going into the stadium. And it was quite slow getting in. Like the game would have started with some hundreds of people out still in the queue. And all I could think of is I've got such a nice couch and I've got a cocktail cart and my TV is big and my slippers are lovely. And I'm just hoping that it is the most miserable wintry day in Sydney this Sunday and I can just sink in and watch TV for 4 hours and I don't want anyone to speak to me.
Yeah. Do you know I love live sport, obviously, because we're involved in it all the time in the stadium. But I don't know that I'm that big a fan that I would leave the house. So good on you.
Well, I knew it was going to be a special game, right? And so, and I'm so glad I did. Once you're out the door, life happens better when you're out the door, right? We talked about this with Kurt Vonnegut and go out and get an envelope. And it was wonderful and I'm so pleased I was there for that moment. But yeah, I'm also really pleased that I don't have to make a decision this weekend.
Oh, no.
I could Liz Ellis it this Sunday and watch the game remotely.
What beverage will you have in hand just quickly before we get back to the actual topic?
Look, I'll probably go with a Boulevardier. Are you familiar with this?
No.
It's like it's a Negroni, but instead of gin, it's bourbon. So it's a nice. I find it a much warmer, more wintry cocktail. And excitingly, my wonderful husband, we've got this grapefruit tree out the back. And it is very prolific and he's taken the grapefruits and he's juiced them and made these beautiful ice balls for the cocktails that sit in there and then release that grapefruit flavour because grapefruit's gross, like let's be honest, but in a cocktail.
Oh, maybe I'll get out of going to Adelaide and come over here.
Yeah, that'd be so good.
Yeah, and then you'll both be watching it and it'll be like silent netball.
Yes, that's right. Well, it'll be good for me because Catherine will be in my ear, but for everyone else, it's quite shit.
Yeah, we could do our commentary then. That would be good, the two of us.
That would be good.
Awesome game. So the winner of the first game, double shot at that one. So the winner goes straight through to the grand final. They get the week off, and there's always lots of chat around, is it better to have a week off or is it not? And then the loser will play the winner of the minor semi-final the following week. So the loser of the West Coast Fever Mavs game will play the loser of the winner.
No, the winner of that,
will play the loser of the major
and
semi-final.
one of the Mavs or Fever are gone after that game.
Yes.
So they've got one shot at this.
The Mavs will be feeling good, though, about having to go to Perth and do this because they did it a couple of weeks ago. They won. It was a sellout crowd.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about the Green Army and how hard it is to play there, but they did it.
Well, they did it, and I think the game before that, the Swifts did it. Like the Fever have been beaten at home a couple of times this season, and that RAC arena, I love it.
Amazing,
that was where I went to that game, the Fever Giants game, whenever that was. When I was in Western Australia a couple of years ago,
with your propeller hat on.
Right.
With my propeller hat on, yeah, good times, good times. More workplace humiliation. I love that.
So, quick tip: who do you think? Let's go major semi. In Adelaide?
Thunderbirds.
Yep, by a substantial margin, or do we think a lot closer than before?
I reckon it'll be fairly convincing.
Liz Ellis, what do you think?
Well, I have to go the home team, don't I? So Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I would do that too. Okay, so Thunderbirds straight to the GF. And then Fever and Mavericks.
I'm going to go Fever because I think they've got a lot of experience in these big game moments. Now, I said last week I think the Mavs can win this. I still think they can. I would actually love to see that, love to see them win it. But I think that watching what I saw of Fever on the weekend, last year they lost the grand final by a goal, and that will be sitting very heavily, very present with them. And then, they've just got a lot of big game experience in recent years. So I think that Fever will edge out the Mavs, which is great news for the Mavs because I never tip anything correctly. No.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, Fever.
I say Fever because I have to tick the home team. But Catherine, you?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I really don't know about this one. I would have definitely said the Mavs had the Fever not had a good game particularly when the margin got out as big as it did. And now with the Green Army and not having to travel again, surely they're on the front foot. Surely. But that I'm not committing to it.
I don't know what you've said there. Like, have you said anything?
No.
Like,
But
did you
see how I
end
did
up?
that?
Yeah. Did you end up saying fever or
No.
No.
I pointed to the fact that they might be better off.
Okay. Well, you heard it here first. Don't forget to tune into the No Dribble podcast every week to hear nothing of any substance or value.
That's what we built our whole brand on, isn't it?
I have a question, and Catherine, this might be more for you. So our two teams that are heaviest in diamonds, being Lightning and Vixens, not looking great at the end of the Super Netball season, and we are about to go into the Commonwealth Games. Is this something Stacey Marinkovic would be worrying about at this stage?
I think she'll be very excited about a final series because that's when the best of the best come out, and that will give her a much clearer indication of what she's dealing with and potentially what she needs to work on in this very short window that they have before the Com Games. The team is announced this week, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that'll be very, very interesting. But I think she will be very positive about this. Maybe not some of the performances towards the end of the rounds for those sides. And I get what you're saying, because Lightning now don't have another chance to play. Will she be concerned about those players? Vixens do, though.
Yeah.
So they've got a chance to turn it around a bit, get some form, all of that sort of stuff. But I also feel like this is when the best rise to the top.
Can I ask a question? What did the teams announce this week? So what was the point of announcing a squad? They haven't gone into camp, and then there's invitees. I don't know. Can someone help me explain that?
The squad will be what they fall back on after the Commonwealth Games. So this team selected is for Com Games.
Yep.
This squad will see them through to the Constellation Cup and whatever test series they have at the start of next year. And they might chop and change that in the lead up to the World Cup.
So the squad, whether or not they've been announced, because as you know, we record on a Monday, this is being released on a Friday, it's already been announced. The squad, regardless of whether they're in the team for the Com Games, will go into Diamonds camp together?
No.
Oh.
Not now. No, they will post Commonwealth Games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's not enough time. Like they'll probably take reserves in, I think, for match play, but if they're jumping on a plane and going somewhere prior, which they often do, they won't take the reserves to that.
What's the point in announcing the squad? Shouldn't they just announce the team and then later on go, and now we're extending this beyond the team to include these other players?
I think it's just always the way it's been done.
It's just always the way it's been done. And I think just announcing the squad also, like, it's nice recognition, even if for the women who don't make that Commonwealth Games team, they know they're in the squad, and it also then allows them to plan through to the end of the year. Like, if you name a squad later, and if you need to know what you're going to do with your annual leave and all that sort of stuff, so that you've got some certainty in your life. And I just think it makes sense. Here's your squad, the team will be named from this, and off we go.
And also injuries, things can happen. You need to be able to pull from some sort of pool.
Yeah. Interesting.
Ooh.
So there you go. But big games this weekend. I'm excited.
Big games this weekend. I'm so excited. Also sad. But we're only a few weeks away from our grand final eve event. So jump on TryBooking and get tickets to that, because we've got we've already said that Gordy's going to be there. That's sensational. I have a range of special guests that you two don't even know about who are coming.
Do we know them?
Oh, yeah. We all know them.
Netball?
Well, why would they not be?
Well, because Patrick Bramall has been on Liz's radar for a long time, and I think she'd be excited if you invited him.
Yeah,
You're an idiot.
I'm sad to say I won't be inviting Patrick. It won't be Patrick Bramall. And you've also got some awesome netty friends who are just going to come along and hang out with us, right? Yeah. So that's great. It is looking like a lot of fun. So don't miss out. Grab your tickets on that. All right, we're going to take a short break and then come back. Okay, well, welcome back. Now, Catherine, you've proposed some questions to us that I have not done my homework on, but we'll hoof it. So what?
I saw this little tidbit on socials and I thought, I'm going to ask you to. Actually, I'm going to think of things for you two. And you guys can do the same for me.
Yeah.
What's the one thing you'd never let me be in charge of?
A library.
Why? The books would be in... Well, I'm not going to damage them because I'm not touching them.
Be in perfect order under the Dewey Decimal System, wouldn't they?
They'd be impressive.
A book club then, maybe.
Yeah, that's a great call. Yeah. I wouldn't let Carolyn be in charge of the light bulbs.
Oh, dear.
And I wouldn't let Liz Ellis be in charge of the champagne.
Well, because no one else would get any.
Correct. Because
Yes.
it would go missing.
Yes. It would go missing. You know where it'd end up.
Well, that's true.
Yes. I was about to say I wouldn't let Catherine be in charge of the cheese cart because we did that once in Paris and it didn't end well. And maybe I wouldn't let Catherine be in charge of a group of 20-year-old nice young men.
20. Oh, it's a bit scarier now that I'm 50.
Oh, that's true. What's the
That
rule?
used to be palatable. It's not anymore.
Oh, no. What's the rule? Half your age plus 7. Is that correct?
Half your age plus 7.
What rule is this? Where
About,
what
like, the rule-
etiquette book are you watching?
So what am I looking at, 32?
32 is about the youngest you could go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That I'm
that's doable.
legally allowed to go in Liz's rule book.
Yeah, fair enough. But I want to know where she gets this rule from, this rule of
Have
thumb.
you met
don't
Liz Ellis?
know.
She just makes stuff up.
I make so much stuff up. Oh,
She
no,
says it
I
with
drag stuff up,
confidence.
actually. I drag stuff up out of nowhere. Anywho, that was a bit below the belt. But I would not let Carolyn be in charge of... Like, so you're the sort of person I'd let in charge of most things.
Right? It's
Frankly.
hard, isn't it?
I know,
Yeah.
it's really hard.
Thank you.
Maybe...
Turning the goalposts around from netta to normal height.
Maybe I wouldn't put her in charge of packing the high shelves in the supermarket.
Yes.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Thank you. I'm trying to think what I wouldn't put you in charge of, Liz. And there's
Oh,
it's
God,
not,
so much.
It's not much, really. What wouldn't I let? Maybe I wouldn't let Liz Ellis be in charge of setting a time for us all to get together socially because that's bloody
wouldn't
impossible.
happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
fair.
here's the other thing I would have made myself in charge of, or maybe I would. I ran into, at state championships, I ran into, for those who remember her, Maureen Boyle, who was an international umpire, and she asked me if I had any interest in umpiring, and I laughed. I said, no, but my daughter does. And she goes, well, you should pick up the whistle. I said, can you imagine if I umpired? Play on. Play on.
Play on.
Yeah.
Play
Was she
on.
being serious?
Yeah.
Was she?
Well, God love her. She thinks that it's the next, you can do. I mean, I took great confidence from the fact that she thought that I might be able to umpire. I mean, I don't know all the rules. I don't know all the rules. And also, I don't like to apply the rules. So I would just put my whistle in my pocket and say, play on.
Oh,
That
so
would
is
be
this
bad.
like the netball retirement plan? So I feel like if you're an athlete, you can still be involved. Like you can go to the Commonwealth Games for lawn bowls, for instance. She's thinking about Liz's post-netball, moving into the retirement space of umpiring.
Yeah, no. Well, no, you got to be fast and fit to be an umpire at the elite level. I think she was more thinking that I could contribute elsewhere. And I was like, no.
I would be hopeless at umpiring because all you need to do, if I decide something or say something, all you need to do is say to me, are you sure? And then I'm immediately not sure.
Yes.
So I think about the decisions that umpires have to make, how many decisions that they have to make. And it's like, oh my God, that's just exhausting. I don't know. It's like, well, I think this, but let's ask everyone else what they think happened.
All
just
8,000
then.
people in the stadium.
Yes, that's right.
Harper said to me the other day watching a game, what happens if both people catch the ball at the same time? And I was like, well, back in the day, we used to do a toss-up. What's that?
Yeah.
And so I had to explain it to her. I said, we'll do some at training this afternoon. So we're doing toss-ups at training today, just as a little nostalgia.
You will be surprised to hear that in my day, the toss-up was one of the things I was quite good at.
No, not surprised. Makes sense.
Well, they have to take the ball down to the level of both players, don't they? They can't. We'll start with the toss-up
What
up
happens
here.
if it's a tall person and a short person?
Well,
though? You
it
have an
goes down to the
advantage.
level.
I
Oh,
think
here
so.
we go. Here's a rule that I remember. It goes down to the level of the shortest. You can only throw it as high as the shortest person's shoulder. Is that right? That's right.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
you've got a massive
You'd be
advantage
fine.
then.
That's
Can
what
I
I'm
tell you
saying. I
though?
was good at the toss-up. Now they've taken that away. What do we know about a short pass? Now, am I right that if something is called as a short pass if it is not sufficient distance to be contestable? So
yes, because it used to be there had to be a room for a body to pass through, and now it is contestable. So it could be a hand. Yeah, I think.
So I feel like that's one that there might be a little bit throughout the course of this Super Netball season. We've seen a couple of times where it's like, okay, we're still getting used to that. The umpires might still be getting used to that, or the players might still be getting used to the umpire's interpretation of that.
I don't understand that. I don't understand. But anywho, Catherine, with your toss-ups this afternoon, make sure that everyone's got short nails, because I think you still have scars from practicing toss-ups with me, don't you?
Do. Look.
That is
what's
Liz
that
Ellis.
from? Liz Ellis,
From
toss-up practice. We used to do them. I got them all over me.
I know some were toss-ups and some were just playing against each other at training, but I've got funny nails that sort of grow out, and they look like they're short enough, but in fact they're still dangerous.
At the end of every Aussie Diamonds training session, that's what we would end on. So the umpire would come in and we'd all line up. But without doubt, someone would end up with scratches on their arms
all
after
the
that
time.
particular thing.
And you had to do it because I don't know if you want to cast your mind back to the 1999 World Cup. With about 11 seconds to go, there was a toss-up between me and Donna Lefhagen.
Yes.
Which the umpire said that I broke on. I did not break. Anywho, and that's where I think she had to pass the ball out. Anyway, whatever. But I remember thinking, I can't believe this game's going to be decided by a toss-up. And it was.
Crazy.
So I'm
That's
glad
like
to
those
see the
penalty
toss-up.
shootouts in soccer, isn't it? It's like, it's a rugged way to decide a
My
game.
God, I love them. How good is a penalty shootout?
I hate it. It makes me just feel sick for everyone, for all of those young people involved in that and the stress. And it's like,
watching the Tilly's penalty shootout during the World Cup,
that was great, wasn't
the
it?
most exciting sport I think I've watched.
What I loved was hearing it around the neighbourhood, and you could tell some people were watching it on free to air, and some people were watching it on subscription or whatever, and one was a half second before the other one, so you could hear the shout go out there. I think that my advice for football, if you want me to call it football, which I know you do, then the Socceroos, like I still call it soccer. I just think they need to, I don't know, the football ruse. Footaroos doesn't work out as well. But Liz, did you have a No Dribble Recommends for us?
Oh, look, I did. And look, it's possibly not that exciting, but I do like to occasionally go back to old recipes. Like there's modern recipes and there's old recipes. Last weekend I did a pot roast. It was
now tell me, in a slow cooker?
In the slow cooker, big 2 kilogram slab of chuck roast that the Meg Tray grew for me. And I used the Recipe Tin Eats recipe because that's just about the only website and recipe book I use these days. And I can't tell you how nice it was to put it on in the morning and then go out to soccer/football and then go and coach netball and play netball and get home at 5 o'clock, and all I had to do was some spuds, and it was so good.
Oh, can you send that? Can you put that on our something?
So where's the chuck? Where's chuck from? Like,
I don't know.
Short for Charles, I know, but it's like the Charles roast. No, we don't know. All right.
No, I don't know. Have a look, Google it. There's like all Google cuts, and if the meat tray was here, he could answer, but I have no idea. But I do love a chuck roast, and I always get them cut up into like things for casseroles. But this time around, I was like, just leave a couple of big chuck roasts for me to do, and it was the pot roast. Oh my God, it was so good.
Does it have Worcestershire sauce in it?
This one did not, but I did also.
Yeah.
What do you say?
It's just Worcester.
What's happened to the shear?
It's Worcester sauce. It comes from Britain, and that's how it's.
No, you
it's
don't say
pronounced.
Worcestershire, but you do say Worcestershire, don't you?
I think it's just Worcester sauce. It's like
dribblers, let us know. Oh, that's crazy. No, but I made a Guinness stew recently with Worcestershire sauce in it, and it was great. Yeah, so get into your slow cookers, team.
Yeah, I'm
pot roast.
I prefer the pressure cooker. I love it because it's like I can get home and it's like within an hour I've got a really tender casserole on the table. Love the pressure cooker.
I've got no room in my tiny kitchen for any other appliance.
Oh, well, my pressure cooker is my slow cooker.
Yes, yeah. Mine does the same.
That sounds fancy.
I will do a quick No Dribble Recommends then, because I cracked it on the weekend because I was out Friday night and Saturday night. I was out Friday night till midnight, hosting at the Comedy Club in King's Cross, and then Saturday afternoon I was like, I just want to stay home. I don't want to go out. And so we had sort of half an hour in Pete said, I'll make you a drink. And we sat down and we started watching Stanley Tucci's food in Italy thing. I love Stanley Tucci. First place they went was Naples, which kind of made me sadder because we were in Naples last year and I loved it so much. And then I'm like, well, why am I here going out? It's cold. It's Saturday night. I'm in Sydney. Anyway, had a great gig. But Naples is the home of pizza. So we said, let's make pizzas, proper pizzas tomorrow and make the dough. Left it too late, slept in. But then someone gave us the advice, you go to Aldi, you can get the pizza balls there in the fridge section, individually wrapped. So we got these things, sensational.
You just roll it out and then Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, so you have to let it sit for an hour, cover it in oil and let it sit for an hour. And I think probably longer would have benefited, but then we went straight into the oven. We don't have a special pizza oven or anything, but it was great. It was real, and we got good mozzarella and good sugo.
Authentic.
It was fantastic. So that's
good.
my No Dribble Recommends
Nice
is
work.
the Aldi pasta.
Can I give you one more No
bases.
Dribble Recommends?
Oh my God, we're washed
I know
with
we're on
them.
fire, but can you please just pop over to wherever you get your podcasts and just have a listen to Full Plate, please?
Of course,
My
yes.
other little podcast that I've got going on. I know that I'm not really cheating on you two, but I am seeing some other people. And a couple of weeks ago I saw Lizzie who's a mate of yours, Carolyn, and she was very funny and very interesting about her sort of relationship with food and the messiness of her life. And then this week, the episode that's just dropped is Taria Pitt, who is amazing and just so good to listen to about, how we tend to beat ourselves up when we feel a bit under the pump. So she was fantastic. So please go and have a listen to Full Plate.
Full Plate, yeah, absolutely. Oh, that was a perfect No Dribble Recommend, because this is like the third week in a row that we've got off air and gone, oh my God, we didn't mention your podcast again. So thank you. Well done.
Good reminder.
Yeah. Don't forget to get your tickets to our pre-grand final event. It is coming together sensationally. I hope that it's today, Monday. Who knows when we hit this on Friday, whether there'll still be tickets left. But get around it. It's going to be super fun. And have a great weekend. Suck up. Enjoy every moment of netball. Even if your team's not in, you've still got the best league in the world entertaining you with netball that I think is going to be an extraordinary standard this weekend. So I am excited.
Me too.
Me three. Yay.
Go netball. Netball's the winner.
Netball's the winner. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carolyn Swindell.
I'm Kath Cox.
I'm Liz Ellis. Bye.
Bye.